Hi, I want to talk to you about why marriages break today than they do before. Why marriages don't last longer today as they used to do before. And we are starting right now. Yeah, what do we mean by marriage? Marriage is a union of a man and a woman that come together to live as one entity. Two individuals coming together to live as one. So the two becomes one. So in everything, they share a lot of things in common because they have become one. Now, why do marriages break today compared with previous days of our fathers and our mothers and our grandparents? Number one reason why the marriages break today is because of the absence of trust. Couples do not trust themselves, and because of this, they give in to so many things. Anything the other party does, the second party, anything the husband does, the wife sees fault with it. Anything the wife does, the husband does not agree, does not follow, does not go along with what the wife or with what the husband says. So this can cause friction or can cause a marriage that is not supposed to break, it can make it to break. So when there's lack of trust, and lack of trust can be brought about by the background of the individual, how the individual was raised, can make the individual either to trust or not to trust the partner. So if marriage is going to last today, there's need for absolute trust in the marriage. Then number two thing that makes marriages to break is that the two individuals, the husband and the wife, they are different. The man was raised in a different background, the woman was raised in a different background. So as they come together, they must see how they can resolve their differences. They must see how they can settle their differences and move on with their lives instead of each person trying to assert authority. The wife trying to assert authority over the man trying to force what he believes down the throat of the woman. Instead of that, everything should be brought to the table and discussed amicably, and then a win-win situation should be arrived at. Then there is that also personal differences. That is what I just mentioned. Then gossips also affects marriage. Gossips also affects marriage. Now I have a friend who told me everything that he does, everything he wants to do, he will not discuss it with any other individual. He will just go ahead and do whatever he wants to do. Because from his own perspective, there are some people that when you tell them that you want to do something good, that you want to buy something, their mind, that thing you want to do is good, but their mind is like they have a spirit in them, or they have a kind of thing in them that once you tell them something good, what that thing that is in them just try to cancel the good thing that you have in mind that you want to do. So he said based on that he does not tell anybody whatever he wants to do. He just make up his mind this is what he want to do, and he goes ahead to do whatever he wants to do. I was watching a movie just today, and the the wife the wife in the house had a friend. The friend wanted to get married to her husband and wanted to clear her out of the way. So she did not know anything that happens in the home. That friend that was outside will call the wife and ask her everything. She will tell her how she fought with her husband, everything that's going on, and then the other friend, in fact, at a particular time they fought, they resolve it, and then the husband begged the wife, and then he planned to take her to the supermarket. The friend called, okay, what's going on? She told her, and said, where are you going now? She said, we are going to the supermarket. All these are gossip. By the time you now say, okay, tell me the supermarket. Well, maybe I will just come and see your husband and say hi to him for the first time. And she told her the supermarket, and the friend that was outside arranged for a man to get to the supermarket, and he grabbed the wife of that man, and he was talking to her, and he was trying to hold her as if she was his girlfriend. And the man was embarrassed. The lady too was embarrassed and said she didn't know him. Eventually, the lady was kidnapped from that supermarket. The lady was kidnapped. Why? Because she was full of gossip, telling everything that is happening in her family to her friend. That also makes marriages to break because you don't know who is who. Another thing that makes marriages to break today is comparing. When you compare your marriage with another marriage, when you compare your life with another person's life, you compare. You said, how much is your husband giving you to buy clothes? The other person say, give me 50,000. You in your own case, your husband is giving you 1,000 to buy clothes, or 2,000, or 3,000, or 4,000, or 5,000 to buy clothes. Then you feel dejected. When your husband comes, he's in trouble. You take it at him and say it's not doing fine. That that individual is working that place that you are also working. You give his wife 50,000 to buy clothes. Then you ask the wife of the individual, or you are comparing again and say, how much does he give me to buy food in the house? You say, he gives me 100,000 every week. 100,000 every week. Then in your own case, your husband gives you 5,000 naira every week to make soup and other things. Then you start disturbing the man, and this can affect and make the marriage to break. On the other, the case of the man also, the other, if your friend will be telling you that, oh, my wife is this, my wife is that, before I ask for this, she have done it, before I say this, she have made the bed, she have lied down, she have go, she have done this, and then she have done this, she does this for me, she does that for me. Whereas it may not be true. Even if it is true, you cannot come to your own home and be demanding such exactly the same thing from your wife, because you have different personalities. Your wife is different, everything about her is different, the husband too is different, the other husband is different. So don't compare your marriage with another marriage to the extent that it now start creating problem in the house. Now also, another thing that causes problem in the home is advice. People advise you, just like you have some issues with your husband, with your wife, then you reach out to some people and you tell them what is going on and you expect them to advise you. Some of them, the advice that they will give you are not really good advice. That's not the advice they will give to their younger sister, or to their daughters, or to their brother, or to their son. But they will give you that advice and say you should go. Or even if they themselves, they will not take that kind of advice that they are giving you. Some people may say, okay, go just beat her. Some people may say, just flog her. Some people may just send her out. Some people may say, do all sorts of things. Why? Because they really want your marriage to break and want to scatter it. They will tell you that they cannot take those shit. Whereas what they are taking in their own home is much more than what you are taking. And that is why you should be wary of the advice you take, so that your marriage will not break. Then also, the number of people involved when a problem arises. There's no how you have a marriage. There are some people that have marriages that there's no issue, there's no problem whatsoever. They don't have any problem, they don't have any challenge in terms of quarrels. They don't have any challenge. They just have a way to settle things, to go about things. But that's about less than 5% of marriages. Most marriages, there are fictions. There are fictions in most marriages whereby the husband is with the wife. They are at friction, and they are trying to argue some things, and they are trying to fight. They have a misunderstanding, so to say. They have misunderstanding, and in the case of the misunderstanding, what I would suggest is that the couples should not go and report each other to third party. Instead, stay quiet. Yes, you can withdraw from yourself for a while. For one day, you can withdraw because the situation is tense. So instead of taking the matter to third party, you just withdraw from yourselves, so that everybody is given some space to be able to think through what have happened, and to be able to come about solution, and then you reconcile, then you discuss, and then you move on. By the time you involve third party, you don't know who is who in the third party. You don't know what is what in the third party. The moment you involve third party, your partner may not be happy with the involvement of third party. Now the third party view may be different from the view of your wife. The third party view may be different from the view of your husband. And then the third party definitely may be taking side with the wife or taking side with the husband. So in the case, there's going to be a friction whereby the third party now align with either the husband or the wife, and then one party is blamed, whether the wife or the husband. The party that is blamed may not take it lightly. If the first time, second time, third time, may not take it lightly, and that may make the situation in the home to get worse. And now some third parties will tell you some things in your presence. Behind your back, they see some other things. So what I will suggest is that when you have any situation in the home, don't involve third parties. Try as much as possible. If it takes you to plead, if it takes you to beg, if it takes you to do whatever, do it and try to settle your differences and then move on. There are many homes that have tougher challenges many challenges than what you are having in your home, and despite that they are still moving on, whether it is financial, whether it is social, whether it is any kind of challenge that you may be having. There are other families that you are even going to report yourself to that have much more challenges than you are having, and they do not report themselves to themselves. Another factor that may cause problem in the family is the devil. There's a devil in the world, and then sometimes it just causes friction to happen in the family, and it uses you can use the wife, you can use the husband, and most times it uses the third party. The moment the wife and the husband have disagreement and they resolve it within themselves, things go on. But the moment it's involved third party, things can get out of hand. I've heard of an individual that was going around when there was a quarrel in the home, and was telling everybody, and was telling everybody what the husband did, what the husband did. The wife was telling everybody what the husband did. The wife too was telling everybody what the wife did. Now, because of the people they have told, the shyness and the shame will not make them to want to come together. But even in that situation, you should be able to take up whatever shame it is. Your husband is your husband, your wife is your wife. Take up whatever shame it is and come back together again and continue enjoying your married life. These are a few reasons why marriages break. And if you take heed to what I've said, I am certain that your marriage will not break. I want you to drop 2 other reasons why you think marriages break in the comment section below. Drop 2 other reasons. Mention 2 other reasons why you think marriages break today compared with olden days in the comment section below. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and ideas or videos that you want me to upload, that you want me to do, to talk about, drop it in the comment section below, and I am going to look into it. I'm going to research on it and come up with something about it. I will talk to you some other time. Bye for now.